Top news: Donald Trump takes away Anthony Fauci's security detail. What to know? President Donald Trump announced Friday that he revoked federal security protection for Dr. Anthony Fauci, the former top U.S. health official. Fauci, who served as the nation's leading infectious disease expert during the COVID-19 pandemic, was under security provided by the National Institutes of Health. This move was initially reported by CNN. Fauci's detail was reportedly revoked Thursday night. The doctor has been one of the most vilified characters of the pandemic, having been blamed by many for what they see as mismanagement of the federal government's COVID response, including lockdowns, mask mandates, and vaccine requirements. Nearly 5 years after the pandemic swept the nation, Fauci continues to face ongoing threats for his public-facing role. CNN reported that Fauci has since hired his own private security that he'll pay for himself, a move Trump alluded that his foes could afford. They all made a lot of money. They can hire their own security, too, Trump said when asked about the decision to revoke security personnel for his former aides. The move comes as Trump continues to yank security details for former officials who have since criticized him. Earlier this week, he also pulled protection for former National Security Advisor John Bolton and former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. You can't have a security detail for the rest of your life because you worked for the government, Trump said. Fauci was frequently seen by Trump's side in the early days of the pandemic, appearing alongside the president at his press conferences. Trump even called Fauci a star during White House briefings and told reporters that the expert had been doing a tremendous job working long hours. I respect him a lot, but as the two began to diverge on the outbreak, tensions began to grow. While Fauci became a more vocal proponent of safety measures like social distancing, Trump pushed for the economy to reopen quickly. By July 2020, Fauci admitted that hadn't briefed Trump in weeks. Trump became more openly critical of Fauci, calling him a disaster and suggesting that people are tired of hearing Fauci and all these idiots. Fauci also grew critical of Trump and the administration's inconsistent messaging about the virus. After the Republican left office, Fauci expressed frustrations working under the Trump administration, saying that there was guidance given by the White House that really were uncomfortable because they were not based on scientific fact. The move also comes days after former President Joe Biden preemptively pardoned Fauci on Monday in the final hours of his presidency. Even when individuals have done nothing wrong, and in fact have done the right thing, and will ultimately be exonerated, the mere fact of being investigated or prosecuted can irreparably damage reputations and finances, Biden said. Biden also issued such pardons for members of his family and members of the House January 6 committee.